In this lecture, we are going to discuss the structure and the different types of the influenza virus, the most important agent of the flu. So let's get started. First of all, we will look at the structure of the influenza virus. So basically, this virus is an envelope virus. Outside, you will see the presence of an envelope. Okay, this is the envelope. And you will see there are a lot of spikes on the envelope. Two types of spikes present on the envelope. First one is the heme agglutinin. This one, heme agglutinin. And second spike is the neuraminidase. This black color, that is neuraminidase. These are the two spikes present on the envelope. Beneath the envelope, you will see the presence of the matrix protein. Again, you will see the two types of the matrix protein. First is the M1 matrix protein that is present just beneath the envelope. And second matrix protein is actually present in the channel form. So this one, here are basically the M2 matrix protein. These proteins will act as a ion transporter protein. And inside you will see the presence of the capsid, helical shaped capsid. This one, helical shaped capsid. And inside the capsid you will see the single stranded RNA. Here is in black color, you will see the presence of the single stranded RNA, and the polarity of the RNA will be negative polarity single stranded RNA. And at that side you will see the presence of the RNA polymerase. So that is the important thing. Capsid is basically present in the helical shape, and inside the capsid you will see the presence of the genome, that is single stranded RNA. And at one side you will see the presence of the RNA polymerase. And inside you will also see an important thing, that is the non-structured protein, NS1 protein. This protein basically inhibits the synthesis of the interferon that actually works against the virus. By blocking the synthesis of the interferon, virus can replicate easily inside the cell. So this is the general structures of the influenza virus. An important thing, the RNA segment, you will see the generally in the influenza virus A and the B, you will see the 8 segment of the RNA. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But in influenza virus C, you will see the 7 segments. So here is the basic difference. And you will also see that the heme agglutinin H actually 16 in number, and the neuraminidase basically 9 in number. So you will see the different types of the H and the N combined, and you will see the variation in the influenza virus due to the different combinations of the H and the N, heme agglutinin and the neuraminidase. We will see the functions of the heme agglutinin and the neuraminidase. Heme agglutinin works at the initial site of the infection, and neuraminidase works at the end of the infection. We will see how. So basically influenza virus affects the upper respiratory tract and lower respiratory tract. Mostly it affects the upper respiratory tract. So this is the cell of the respiratory tract, and this cell having receptor, that is neuraminic acid. Here is the neuraminic acid. Another name of the neuraminic acid is the sialic acid. So heme agglutinin, that is the spike protein of the influenza virus, will bind to the receptor, and ultimately this virus will enter into the cell and starts replicating inside the cell. And at the end of the replication, this inside the cell you will see the lot of viruses. Now these viruses produce the neuraminidase. Okay, that is the neuraminidase. These neuraminidase will break or cleave the neuraminic acid, and as a result you will see the release of the different influenza virus outside the cell. So basically, heme agglutinin help in the attachment of the virus to the cell, and the neuraminidase help in the release of the virus from the cell. These are basically the two functions of the heme agglutinin and the neuraminidase. If we look at the different types, mostly you will see three types of the influenza virus that affects the human. First is the influenza virus A, influenza virus B, influenza virus C. Influenza virus A affects the humans and the animals. In the animals, you will see the pigs, horse, and the birds, etc. Lot of animals included in this category. Influenza virus A affects the humans and the animals, like this one, pigs, horse, and the birds. Influenza virus B affects only humans, and the influenza virus C affects humans and the pigs as well. And another important difference, influenza virus A has 8 RNA segment, B has 8 RNA segment, but the C has 7 RNA segments in it. And you will also see the different subtypes of the influenza virus A on the basis of the heme agglutinin and the neuraminidase. As we have discussed, heme agglutinin is 16 in number and the neuraminidase is 9 in number. So you will see the different combinations like the H1 and the N1. H1 heme agglutinin and the N1 heme agglutinin. This will form the one variant of the influenza A virus. Okay. Similarly, you will also see the H1 and the N2. This is another variant of the influenza virus A. So these are basically the different variants of the influenza virus A on the basis of the heme agglutinin and the neuraminidase. Okay. In the influenza virus B, you will see the two subtypes, Victoria and the Yamagata. Two mostly important types. First one is the Victoria and second is the Yamagata. These are the two subtypes of the influenza virus B. If we look at the types of the antigens, so we have categorized antigen on the basis of group specific and the type specific. Group specific antigen will be decided by the internal ribonucleoprotein. Ribonucleoprotein present in the capsid, nucleocapsid of the virus. That ribonucleoprotein will decide the group of the influenza virus, like group A, group B, and the group C. It's quite simple. And the type specific antigen will be decided by the heme agglutinin and the neuraminidase. That is decided by the heme agglutinin and the neuraminidase. And as a result, you will see the different combinations of the influenza virus like H1N1, H2N2. Lot of variations happens due to these combinations. Okay. Influenza virus A, you will see the avian birds origin. You can also see the swine or you can say pigs origin. As we have discussed, influenza virus A affects both humans as well as other animals. So, avian origin combination mostly seen H5N1, H7N9, and swine pig's origin will be H1N1, H1N2, H3N2. These combination or these variants of the influenza virus will affect swine as well as humans. Again, avian will also affect the human as well as birds. So here are basically the different combinations of the heme agglutinin and the neuraminidase. If we look at the antigenic changes, you will see the two most important changes, antigenic shift and the antigenic drift. In the antigenic shift, you will see the reassortment of the genetic materials, means RNA. If you look here, this one is the human influenza virus. And here is the chicken influenza virus. Chicken influenza virus. In the human influenza virus, you will see the 8 segments of the RNA. And in the chicken, you will also see the 8 segment. But the RNA in the human is different from the chicken. Let's suppose a farmer works in a poultry farm. And that farmer gets both human influenza virus and the chicken influenza virus. Both viruses affects the respiratory cells of that farmer. Okay, this virus and this virus affect the same cell of the respiratory tract. And inside the cell, you will see the reassortment of the RNA genome. And as a result, you will see the formations of the new variant of the influenza virus. If you see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. And you will also see the different RNA segment. 7 human influenza virus RNA segment and 1 chicken influenza RNA segment. And as a result, you will see the new variant of the influenza virus, new variant that will form the different types of the heme agglutinin and the neuraminidase. And that variant will be new for the another person. That is the important thing. That is antigenic shift. Due to this antigenic shift, we have seen the lot of pandemic caused by this process, that is antigenic shift. And this antigenic shift mostly seen in the influenza A virus, because this influenza A virus affects both humans and the animals. This will only happens due to the influenza A virus, because it affects both humans and the animals. But that antigenic shift will not be happen in the influenza B virus, because it will affect only the humans. Next is the antigenic drift, that is the minor change. Antigenic drift is the result of the mutation in the genetic material. And due to the mutation, you will see the new variation of the influenza virus. And last, you will see the nomenclature. So, at the start, you will see the A. A will represent the group specific antigen. It actually represents the group of the virus A, B, C. It represents the A group. Second is the location where it actually discovered. Second is the year of the discovery, and third is the variant of the influenza virus like H3N2. So this is the nomenclature of the influenza virus. So this is all about the influenza virus. If you still have any question, you may ask in the comment section. Thank you so much.